there's little things in your life that you can do that could cause you to maybe change the world. And that's really what he was empowering the class was there's these little things that if you just think about these a little bit differently or do something a little bit differently, you could really be the next person to change the world.
This is BetterWealth with Caleb Guilliams. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the BetterWealth podcast. In today's episode, we're breaking down concepts, quotes, and ideas from around the world to help you live a more intentional life. In today's episode, we're talking about making your bed.
That's right. Make Your Bed by Admiral William McRaven. This is a small book, something that even Caleb would read. And
it doesn't have pictures?
It does not. Well, it has little pictures, pictures, but it has a little tagline that says, little things that can change your life and maybe the world. And what he's talking about here is he provided a commencement speech at the University of Texas. I believe it was in 2014 or maybe it was 2016, but he became viral after this because it was such a powerful speech. And this book is basically breaks down his speech. And what he's saying is there's little things in your life that you can do that could cause you to maybe change the world. And that's really what he was empowering the class was there's these little things that if you just think about these a little bit differently or do something a little bit differently, you could really be the next person to change the world. And the book titled Make Your Bed is he's saying it really starts with making your bed in the morning. And the reason for that is it's a win right away. So you wake up, you get up and you make the bed. And so you've already accomplished a task and you may not feel great about that, but subconsciously you're like, man, I accomplished a task. And then he's saying, even if you have the worst day in the world,
you at least made your bed.
At least you made your bed and you're coming back home to a made bed, which personally, I it's funny because growing up, my mom always said, make your bed, make your bed.
Same. Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I'm no one's going to see it.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be sleeping in it again. And now as I've gotten older, I've realized that I actually enjoy getting into a made bed. And what's interesting about this is that little thing of maybe it's a habit or whatever it may be. One of my New Year's resolutions was to make my bed consistently. And I did that for about 25 days and then kind of fell to the wayside. And now after reading this, I've made my bed every single day since reading the book.
Wow.
And I do think it's actually the little things in life that if we can do them consistently, it's like compound interest.
Yeah, it's almost like we have a principle on consistency. And it's so true that if you do anything consistent, I guess it could work against you or for you, depending on what kind of habit that is. It's interesting, one of the most listened to podcasts that we had was on cold showers. And so just an update, I've taken a cold shower every single day since implementing that I was going to take a cold shower. And there's a couple times I did not want to do it, but it's been one of those things that has built. And I'm actually, it's more so it's because of books like this, Make Your Bed, that I go, I don't want to stop the streak because that says more in stopping the streak than it does in one day not having a cold shower.
Well, and I have to say I have faltered.
Oh, the honesty. I appreciate the honesty.
But see, I've shifted. I've gone from that to making my bed. And so I think that too is like you can start stacking those little wins up and really make an impact. So as Admiral McRaven says, make your bed and you may be able to change the world.
And I'm going to actually add one more thing to that. I had Dave Meltzer on the show, which if you haven't checked out that episode, it's one of my favorite ones. And he said, he challenged me, the audience, and I've heard him say this before. He said, say thank you when you wake up and when you go to bed. There's a lot of reasons. It's like we're not guaranteed anything. The fact that we're alive, like just say thank you. And he's like, very few people will do that for 30 days. He's like, I can almost guarantee you will not do it for 30 days. And in my head, I went, oh, I'll do that. But sure enough, consistency is everything. And so whether it's making your bed, saying thank you in the morning, what is that one thing? Start with making your bed, but what is that one thing in your life that you can start doing that just by doing will build a foundation to help you live a more intentional, a more consistent, and a more powerful life? Thank you so much for listening to the BetterWealth podcast. It would mean the world to me if you could hit subscribe, leave a review, and share this with the people that you know and love.